when you think of cloves, the very first thing you might be wondering that what could such a tiny thing really do? I mean, I'm sure it's great, but what could something like a clove do to the body? That too just by having one or two. Well, it's going to be quite surprising. So while I have this clove, I'm going to tell you all the benefits of just having a single clove a day. And trust me, it's going to be quite interesting. Well, let's get started. Now, the very first thing is that what makes a clove so great? Now, cloves contain flavonoids and also they contain phenolic compounds, all of which contribute to some great antioxidant activity. Basically, they are very high in antioxidants. Because they have a lot of antioxidants and high in antioxidants, it makes them great fighters against your free radicals. Now, for those who don't know what free radicals are, they are these unstable molecules that are a nuisance to your body. And if you're wondering what do they do, well, they speed up your aging process, which I think no one really wants. They damage your cells, which lead to cancer, and they also clog arteries. And not just that, they also weaken your immune system. So, what cloves basically do is that they neutralize these free radicals and they also protect your cells and tissues from oxidative stress. Basically, they try to reduce the potential risk of you getting chronic diseases that are associated with aging. And one of the best ways to have a clove is that if you like something like a tea and you start your day with it, well, just add a clove in it. You will enjoy your tea at the same time you will get the benefits of clove. You will also see a much stronger immune system. Now, traditionally, cloves were not just used in food, but they were also used to relieve people out of some respiratory symptoms like your cough, your asthma, and even bronchitis. Now, clove acts as an expectorant, which means that it helps loosen and it expels the mucus very easily from the respiratory tract. And even if you have respiratory infections that are caused by bacteria and viruses, cloves also have antimicrobial compounds that help fight these respiratory infections. And if you're someone who also suffers from allergies, you will see a massive reduction in that area, and that's all thanks to this antimicrobial compounds. Now, let's say you also have a cough and you have that very irritated throat, which every time you cough, you realize it starts to hurt. So, if you are having persistent cough, which is dry and it keeps irritating that throat, have anything like clove tea or anything infused with clove, because what it will do is that it will provide relief because it ends up coating the throat and reducing that entire irritation. And when I had this bad coughing or this dry coughing spree, having a clove was really a game changer. Now, out there are many memes that are targeted for people who are just turning 30 or over their 30s with all these things that talk about back pain and your headaches and even your joint pain. Well, don't worry because a clove can help. Now, cloves contain something that's called eugenol, which has analgesic properties, which means that it helps with reducing pain and it will also make you feel better. And it's such a natural remedy because it can be used topically and it can be also used orally just to get rid of a lot of things like your headache, muscle ache, and even your joint pain, which can be really common the more you start aging. Even things like your toothache. Now, as we get older, our tooth also gets sometimes a bit weak, or we either get like a toothache or a wisdom tooth, or even something like a tooth chipping off. And for those who face that, you know that the pain is immense. And if you want to reduce that pain and you don't really want to take an allopathic medicine, just go for a clove. A clove is magical because it will help you reduce that pain. So, what you can do is you can take a whole clove and just apply it on the affected area. Or you can do an alternate thing is you can take clove oil, put a little bit of the oil on a cotton swab and then apply it on the affected area. Or you can just use it like a mouthwash. And trust me, this works because there was a time where my tooth chipped and I had no access to a dentist, and having a clove or just applying clove on the affected area really worked. So if ever you're in that situation, well, just try something more natural. Now, one more really cool thing is that cloves traditionally has also been used to reduce or ease menstrual cramps and discomfort. So the active compound in cloves, which is called eugenol, which I mentioned earlier, is very abundantly there in cloves. So what it does is that it acts like a very natural pain reliever by blocking those pain signals and also reducing the inflammation in the pelvic area. So if you have something like a clove or maybe something clove infused, it will help you reduce your pain and it will give you relief from those menstrual cramps and discomfort. There's also a study done in 2014 which investigates the effects of having a clove and other herbs And the study found that this herbal formula significantly reduced the menstrual pain in women as compared to placebo. Now, if you generally face the condition of a bad breath, well, just chew on a clove. I know it sounds absurd, but it's actually better than having a chewing gum or a mint. One is because it has a very aromatic flavor, so it removes all the unpleasant smell that's there in your mouth, giving you a very fresh and spicy scent. Number two is when you chew on a clove, it stimulates the production of saliva, which then removes all the food particles and the bacteria and even those dead cells, which are a reason for your bad breath. So it will not just keep your mouth clean, but it will also reduce the possibility of having a bad breath. And the cool thing is that this has been used since centuries, not just for your oral care, but also in traditional medicines. So it's not just only for your bad breath, but it's also very good to promote your oral hygiene. And in many cultures, after a meal, they have a clove just to cleanse the palate and also to freshen their breath. And the third reason is that bacteria in your mouth produce sulfur compounds, which is one of the main reasons for you to have that bad breath. So just have a clove because, as I said, clove has antimicrobial properties, which means that it will help reduce the bacteria in your mouth, indirectly reducing your bad breath. And bonus is that it doesn't even have sugar, so having a clove will not really cause any spikes in your blood. So apart from handling your bad breath, it will not make your blood sugar rise because it doesn't have any sugar in it as compared to your chewing gums and your mints. Now, as tiny as it is, it has a lot of vitamins, minerals, and also a lot of antioxidants that support your immune system. Now, one very important thing a clove has apart from antioxidants is that it has a lot of vitamin C. Now, vitamin C plays a very important role in stimulating the production of white blood cells, which are very important for the immune system to fight a lot of infections. And the antioxidant properties that cloves have that I mentioned earlier help protect these immune cells from oxidative stress. So basically, it helps create a full power packed immune system. Now, one more thing a clove has is a mineral called manganese. Now, manganese plays a very important role in bone formation and its maintenance. And this mineral, which is manganese, is also very important in the production of collagen, which is a protein that provides structure to the bones and other connective tissues. Now, one thing in today's time is very common, and that is stress. So, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, even if you open something like an Instagram, everything can be very stressful. And even there, a clove can help you with. So, if you just breathe in the aroma of cloves, it is associated with relaxation and it relieves you from stress. So if you use clove oil in like aromatherapy or if you just consume cloves, it helps you reduce stress and also helps in promoting your mental well-being. So if you don't want to have something like a clove or a clove tea, you can just go and inhale the aroma of clove. And this is increasingly important to focus on is because with time we are juggling different responsibilities, different jobs, and even different things in our lives. And the older we get, the stress level gets higher. So cloves somewhere help with just calming your mind and reducing that stress. And in case you don't feel like eating a clove, well, it also has many topical uses. Now, if you want to have great skin, then well, cloves have antibacterial, antifungal, and antiseptic properties that are very beneficial for your skin. So, if you have an acne or a pimple or even something like an infection, you can use a little bit of clove oil where you can just take a bit of it and dab it on the affected area. It will help kill all the acne causing bacteria and fungi. With that, clove also contains a lot of antioxidants which will protect your skin from heavy, intense heat and a lot of those environmental pollutants, especially if you're staying in cities. But if you remember, I also mentioned earlier that it has collagen. Well, applying clove oil on your face will also delay the signs of aging and also give you quite a healthy complexion. So basically, it will help you with a lot of your skin infections and a lot of dermatological issues that become more evident with age. Now, clove oil is also used in some of those hair products which help you with promoting your scalp health and also hair growth. What I would suggest is try and make clove oil at home. It's not very difficult and it's a better option. Now, if you massage diluted clove oil with coconut oil, it will help increase the blood circulation in your scalp. It will nourish your hair follicles and it will also promote and give you more healthier and thicker hair. And the moment we age, we know that having hair loss and wanting thicker hair is a very common problem. So clove oil with coconut oil will help stimulate those hair follicles. Well, there you have it. And also, I want you to remember is that just in case you are having cloves directly, make sure that you don't have more than two. And in case you've had cloves and you've had some benefits that you would like to share, let me know in the comments. And until we meet again next, don't stress and be awesome. Rocher that.